All right. Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm starting a little late. Was working and had to finish up a few things, and you know how it goes. Probably only gonna be paying for maybe an hour tonight. Don't know. We'll see. Hope everybody's doing okay. Having a good night. Hope everybody's weekend was good. Oh my goodness. Alright. I'm going to jump right into it. And let's try to see if we can finish up this crossbones. What do you think? Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Had a sneezing fit, so I'm a bit sniffly. Ooh. Alright, so let's get some highlights going on this guy. If you're joining tonight, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hopefully the audio's coming. All right. Oh, thanks, man. Have a good night. Hope everything goes well tomorrow and you have a good day. I'll catch you tomorrow, man. Alright. To highlight these skin tones. And we're going to move on. See what else we can kind of highlight. Crossbones is kind of weird. He's got a very bland palette. At least the Marvel Comics version of him. He's kind of in that odd bucket, kind of like Punisher. Okay. What I want to do, need to find a way to work on these guys down here. I want these gloves to stand out a little bit though. They seem a little dull. First of all, I think I need some metallic on the top here. I'm not going to use this brush for that though. Just a little bit. It's a bit more than a little bit. That's fine. Oh. Yeah, it'll do. You know what? No, I don't want to use this one. You'll do. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna do. Just enough. We don't want to be in too crazy, but we want it to stand out a little bit. That's what we want. Just like that. Alright. Now, what I want to do, I need to find a blue to work with to stick on top of this black for this glove. Just to give it that weird kind of, not weird, but like a bit of a shadow look. It's gotta be dark enough. We've used enough abyssal blue. Let's go with this Pro Acryl. I think that might do the trick. A tiny little dab here. Perfect. Oh, bubble time. That's the one downfall of Pro Acryl bottles is sometimes they have bubble time. Bubble time. I'm gonna give it just enough glance. Oof, I think I did a little too much there. I'm not trying to cover it with the blue. Let's see if we can get this to work. Just want to give it a little bit of a kind of that look like you got, like it's midnight, and you get that the little twinge between blue, like super deep blue and black, and you can't tell sometimes, it gets fuzzy. That's what I'm going for. If you're out there, what you up to tonight? Hopefully having fun. Perfect. You know what? I like it. I like it. Gives that little blue sheen on his gloves that I've been going for. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Alright. What's next? What do we want to highlight now? No, it's Crossbones. So this is for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Crossbones is, if you're familiar with the movies, he is the one in the Captain America movies, and he's in the I think Age of Ultron at the beginning. Yeah. In the comics, he's a bit different character-wise, but he's pretty cool. He's oddly like a villainous Punisher-ish, but not that Punisher's a hero or anything, but yeah. Let's see. Now the question is I think I want to highlight some of the grays. How you doing tonight, Potato? Yeah. If he's angled away, he's facing kind of an action pose there. Yeah. Thank you. How's it going tonight? Having fun? It might be too bright. I need a good highlight here. Oh, nice. Rocket League. Awesome, man. I'm only going to be painting for a little while tonight if I'm still up. You want me to hit you up and play a few games? If you're playing? Still? Gotta get a good highlight color. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna mix these two. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I think that'll work. Sweet. Awesome. Hopefully I won't be too much of a scrub for you. One dot and one dot. Let's see here. I doubt that, sir. I doubt that. Have you done any? Did you do any streams this weekend or anything? I don't know if I caught any. I was all over the place. this weekend. If I remember correctly, you were streaming Thursday or Friday. I could be wrong on that. There we go. Yeah. Saturday we went and played some Netrunner, which is a really cool card game. It's being run by the community now, but it was pretty great. Just had a few people that were vaccinated and whatnot, and worked out pretty well. It was good to see some buddies that I hadn't seen in a while. So I'm just going to throw some highlights down here. Just trying to get a little bit of a, hey, this isn't totally bland look. Yeah, yeah, if you like card games, I got a few that I've been into lately. You can definitely hang out and I can show them to you. There's 3 specifically that I've been playing, like Jones in for lately, and that was Netrunner, which is it's one of my favorite games in the entire world, so I'll always play it. And Digimon, which is sounds silly, but it's a pretty darn good game. Digimon's pretty fun. It's very, very collectible card game-ish though, so like I try not to sink too much money into it, but it hasn't been too terrible on the wallet, so that's good. The other one is Keyforge. I've been wanting to get play some Keyforge lately, which is a unique deck game, which is every deck you buy you can't mix and match cards. It's not like you're deck building or anything like that. It's you buy a deck and then you play with that deck, and that deck is completely unique. It's generated. It's a pretty neat concept, actually. At first I was not that big of a fan of it, just because I like building decks for card games, but after I tried it, it was actually pretty cool. So I think I might, there's a new set that came out, I might get into it a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, it's a really neat card game, and what's really cool about it is that the entry cost is it's very affordable, because you can buy one deck and be done with it, kind of thing. If you don't really want to play competitively, you just want to play for fun, not really do much else, you can buy a couple decks and just play with those, and that's it. And a starter for the newer sets is $20-$25. And that comes with 2 completely randomly generated decks. So that's enough right there, and all the tokens you need and instructions and whatnot. And that right there is like, that's it. Like if you don't want to put any more money into the game, you don't have to. You can go play and have that be your only investment in it. Another cool thing is, like, if you really wanted to play in tournaments or whatnot, they have, I'm sure they'll be starting up soon, but like they have sealed tournaments, and where you go and just like buy it, you pay however much the tournament is, and you get us like 2 or 3 decks or whatever, and you just play those. Like, so it's just like here's what you're gonna play with, like here's all your materials. It's pretty funny. And then the other type of tournaments they have is like Archon tournaments, where like you bring your your best decks or your favorite decks and just play those. And I think you have to have 3 decks for that, but still to be able to pretty much play a game for, like a sit down card game for $30, like it's not like you can't do that. You can't with Magic, you can't do that. So I dare say a $30 investment in Magic is nowhere near enough to be able to play Magic. I mean, maybe you can buy a pre-con deck or a pre-con commander deck for that, but still, almost everybody I know that plays Magic's gonna be paying way more than that. I know, because I used to. Oh boy. Yeah, but if you ever wanna play or learn how to play, just let me know. Always up for it. There we go. Oh yeah, that's popping a little better there. See if I can get them. Yeah, those highlights are looking good. Yeah, I like that better. You streaming any this week? I need like a lighter brown to highlight this with. What do we want? Yeah, I think that'll work. Nope, that goes down here. All right. Actually, I think I might need something a little lighter than that. Who knew? Let's see what we got. I'll have to reach into another line possibly here. Scale color. This might work. Yeah, this might work. Rest of the week, so like every night. Sweet. Well, I'll join for a little bit, and you know, sometimes I gotta lurk, but I'll at least leave you alert. I hear you. Well, if you ever feel like playing any card games or board games, just let me know. Nice. There we go. Let's make these two work together here. That's what I like to see right there. Nice. How's everybody doing at the house tonight? Hopefully well. Yeah, that's better. Much better. That's a highlight color right there. Good, good. And tell them I said hi. Is Sacred already in the bed? Can I text her and be annoying? Yeah, I figured. She's probably got to work early in the morning. Tell her to stop taking those early shifts. I guess if you work earlier, you get done earlier, I guess. So that makes sense. Ah, fudge. Yeah, it's better. unfortunately, in my case, where I just got done working a little while ago. We're making a push for this stuff that we're working on, and it's time consuming. It's one of those, you know, I'll stop working when I stop working, I guess. But it's the advantage and disadvantage of my line of work, I guess. At least I got to stream tonight. I was worried I wouldn't be able to stream. So that's good. Yeah, it's crunch time. And it's just what it is. You know, just sometimes you just gotta put the pedal to the metal. But hopefully it's all worth it in the end. But you know, it's not like that all the time, so that's good. And you know, being a software engineer, it just kind of comes with the territory. It's just gonna happen. There's no way around it, unfortunately. Doesn't matter where you work, how great their processes are. Doesn't matter if they do their best to keep you from, you know, shield you from crazy requests and work situations. It's sometimes you just gotta crunch. To be honest with you, I don't think I'd have it any other way. You know, just because, you know, ultimately it'd get kind of mundane if there weren't some sort of time where you had to push yourself kind of thing. So I'm okay with it. And like, I mean, every line of work kind of has the same thing anyway. Like, you know, even if you're working retail or you're working food service or whatnot, I mean, you got it. It happens in more of a microcosm, but still, it's the same thing. Like, if you got a lunch rush, you got a lunch rush. If you got a, you know, if you're working retail and you got a rush on items, or, you know, day after Thanksgiving or anything like that, it's the same thing. Just a different aspect of it, I guess. Man, I gotta tell you, I've been working on this crossbones for a little while, and highlighting is kind of the most fun part right now. Like, I'm having a blast here with this highlighting. He's just got like these little nooks and crannies and edges that are just kind of fun to highlight. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, like, I think you know, honestly, most of the time for most workplaces, the biggest set of unpleasantries, if you will, tends to come from other people. Like, whether it's like just like coworkers, or maybe not necessarily coworkers. Maybe your coworkers are great, but like the situation you're in, like maybe you got customers that are kind of downers. Maybe you got like I don't know, maybe the people that you interact with that aren't coworkers and aren't customers, like maybe there's like some aspect of the job that's, interfacing with like maybe other companies or things like that. Like, that can still have that same aspect, I guess, where like sometimes just some people are just drags. Exactly. One jerk can ruin it. Like some people are just, they're there just to mess you up. And and that, not always, but like it happens. Unfortunately, like we live in a country that kind of like our I guess the culture here in the US is very much like a me kind of thing, and it really shows when it comes to like retail. Anybody that's worked retail a day in their life, like they can tell you stories, and it's a lot of that stems from like just one customer being like, I own the world. It's like, well, no, you don't. Oh man, I like it. Oh yeah, he's starting to come together. Alright, now gotta highlight his jeans. It's hard to tell on the camera, but his pants are actually like a dark blue, like a slate blue almost. Yeah, and that's even, it's like, oh, thank you. It even goes further than feelings. Like a lot of times it goes like just basic human decency. Like it's crazy the amount of times where I've seen people just, they can't even fathom thinking about someone else. Like not even their situation. Like not even like, let me put myself in their shoes. It's like they can't even reach out of their mind and think there's another human being in front of me and I'm interacting with them. Like so many times I've seen people interact with other people like you're just a kiosk to me, or you're just a robot to me. It's like, how can you treat people that way? It's, I don't know. I don't understand it. Some people are just that way, I guess. We're gonna go with this. Yeah, I think this will work. This will be a nice little highlight color. Yeah, exactly. It's maddening to me. Like to think that the people are like, there are people that are that way. Like it's this weird, like, I don't know, people just have this almost personal, like, I'm going to dehumanize anyone that's not like deemed worthy by me. And it's like, that's just not, like, that's not how this works. It's not how life works. And you would you would hope, you would think that those people would either one of two things would happen to them. They like someday wake up to that mentality, like, oh my gosh, I've been a terrible person, or that maybe like someday they'd be put in their place. But our society doesn't, like, tends not to want to do that. Like, we almost reward that. It's insane. Like for example, just something as simple as driving. Like that's just a mode of transportation, right? It's just, that's all it is. It's just we're all kind of working together to get from one place to the other. And like there's this mentality that like I own this specific piece of the road. This is my piece of the road, and no one else can have it. And how dare you even think that you would grace my presence with yours. And like that right there, like that, just that simple thing where ultimately, like, the safety of driving, the entire system relies on people not being that way, so that we all don't die on the road, but that's the way so many people look at it. Like this is my piece of road. Don't you dare come near. Like, how do you can't teach decency. I mean, you can be an example of decency. You can show people decency. But you can't, like, there's no way to be like and yeah, you can give people information on like how to be a decent person. But that doesn't matter if they don't care, or if they don't take in that information. It's so weird to me. People are that way. Anyway, I went on a rant there. Anyway, all that's to say that I hope you guys have good working days. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people a lot of times people like that are they're just gonna be how they are, and anything that you try to do to convince them otherwise, just, you're right, it entrenches them further. They're just gonna be more that. It's hard to see, but I think this color is working out as a highlight. Working out pretty well. So do you ever stream anything that's not Dead by Daylight? Just out of curiosity. Not that I mean, Dead by Daylight's pretty cool and fun to watch. I'm just curious. Yeah, yeah. I've noticed that. Does Sacred play with you at all? Did she ever stream? I don't think I've seen anything about her streaming. I'm guessing if she does, it'd be with you. She's probably too busy modding anyway, right? Perfect. Ooh, I need to get the boots here. Not sure that's gonna work. It might work. But no, I don't like that. Maybe someday. If she did, would she stream DBD as well, or something else? I think that was something. I'm gonna hit it with. There we go. This is what I want. Sims or WoW, yeah. Was she doing WoW Classic or just like regular? Retail, okay. A friend of mine got on a huge classic kick. I think he's still kind of doing stuff with it. I think the appeal is that, you know, it's kind of a, it was kind of a fresh start kind of thing. I played WoW for a while, and then like you know, had my son, and then just kind of had to step back, and my friends all just kind of went on. So it was like, you know, it's just, there was no catching up kind of thing. And I don't know, but like, you know, playing WoW at like 3 in the morning on a Sunday is just, nobody was on, except for the other faction that kept killing me in a PvP server. Yeah, I think Burning Crusade's coming, and he's pretty excited about that. It's kind of silly. It's not silly, but it's kind of like, it's neat to me that like something that I played so long ago and was excited about, like, it's kind of coming back. There we go. Alright, I think that's gonna work. Always gotta worry about the bottom of the feet. You're done with well? Yeah. I you know, by the time I was kind of pretty much soloing, and you know, I was doing a ton of just kind of trying to do solo missions and whatnot, and it started to feel like work, and I was like, yeah, I work all day, and then I just don't want to like work anymore. So. What time is it? 11:49. I'm gonna base coat his base in a silly gray, and then we will almost be done here. There we go. Hey, Wild. Hearts to you too. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Activision buying Blizzard was kind of... Activision's weird. Like, they want flash in the pan money, and Blizzard was all about, like, consistent money. Like Activision with the whole like Guitar Hero and all that jazz, like it was always just next Guitar Hero, next Guitar Hero, next Guitar Hero, you know. And I don't know, I just don't think it jives well with the way Blizzard wanted to work. I don't know. I don't know how many people are with Blizzard that were still that were there from early on. I imagine they've had some turnover. Although, I mean, in the heyday of WoW, they were probably making money hand over fist, because millions of subscribers for $15 a month. That's a lot of money, especially when you already got the infrastructure to continue hosting them. Yeah, probably only a few, yeah. I would probably agree with that. There's probably not many originals left. This is cool. We might get this Crossbones finished up tonight. Been working on them too long. Not that I don't mind working on Crossbones. It's just I want to get to some other figures. I gotta decide which one I want to do next. It's either gonna be, we got Kingpin, Thor, Toad, Valkyrie, and Killmonger ready and built. Not primed, but I brush prime anyway, so it's not a problem. Oh yeah, leveling. It just that's leveling in MMOs just feels like work. Dauntless made it feel less like work, I think. We were playing Dauntless for a little while, and I think we're gonna play some more. Get back to it when we get time. It's pretty fun to play with 4 people. But Dauntless isn't a traditional MMO. But you're right, yeah. I wanted to get into Final Fantasy 14 a while back, but nobody really joined in with me, so I wasn't going to play it on my own. So, but I love Final Fantasy, so yeah, I would play Final Fantasy 14. The only thing that I don't really, I guess, is not my favorite thing about, so I'm not a huge fan of the Final Fantasies where you can just change characters' jobs and just be whatever, just as long as you are in that job for long enough. I always liked the ones that had like classes kind of locked in, or at least you chose your class and that's what it was for that character. Final Fantasy 14's the job system kind of annoys me a little bit, but I mean that doesn't mean it's a bad game or anything. It just has an aspect of it that annoys me. Yeah, I'd definitely try and play it, but I don't know anybody that's playing it right now. So what can you do? Alright, so that's base coated. So we kind of gotta wait for that to dry. Awesome. Yeah, I think he's working out pretty well. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I mean, like I don't mind the idea of like being able to like change skills and stuff. Like I guess it's just one of those things where it's like if I pick my character and I want this character to feel like it has a story and whatnot, I mean it's almost like this weird like I don't know how to put it, but like in real life, like I don't choose a career every 3 months, right? Like I'm not like, well, I'll do, I'm a master, welder, and now I'm gonna go be a baker, and oh well, now I'm gonna go be, I don't know, someone who cuts topiaries or what, like, yeah. Exactly, your character has like less of an identity. Like I don't mind like trees or like being able to like multi-class and stuff like that. Like that's all fine, but like it's almost like this weird indecision tree at that point. So like if I did play Final Fantasy 14, I'd be like, I'm gonna do this with my character, and I'm gonna do the best I can with that thing. Alright, well that's still tacky, so I don't think I want to do my base stuff yet on there, so maybe we won't finish Crossbones tonight, but we got real close. So finish his base. I'll probably do that off stream. I think after that he's done. There he is. too bad. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I think he came out okay. I'll get his base done, and I'll probably put a picture up on Instagram of him. We'll do that probably tomorrow, maybe. Because all I gotta do is, so I do this trick where I'll hit the base with just a kind of a base gray. Thank you. And then I'll put a dark wash down, and then it makes it look kind of like this. And then all I have to do is take the rim and paint it in black. Good night. Thanks for watching. But yeah, my favorite's still Star-Lord. I love showing him off. I think I did an okay job on him. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm getting better at this painting thing. Someday, hopefully, I'll feel confident enough to do some. Oh yeah, model painting is it's really cathartic to me. It's one of those things where, like, I could have had a massively stressful day and just I sit down and start painting, and like it's kind of feels better. But yeah, hopefully someday I'll be able to do some painting for, like, you know, for competitions and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh well, like, to be honest with you, I didn't think I could do it when I first started. I was like, there's no way I can get the detail on these things and blah blah blah. But just after practice and practice and practice, they started to come out really, really nice. At least something that I can be proud of, we'll say. So like, it's like, yeah, I think it's one of those things where it just takes time. It takes time and effort, like putting time into it, that kind of thing. You know, patience and understanding, like, where you're at and where you want to be, and knowing that's, you know, that it takes a little while, that kind of thing. I mean, I've been doing this for a few years now, so hopefully I'm at an okay level. Ooh, I know what I could do. I could put another layer on this guy's base. So this guy, oh, Marvel Heroes. Is that the which game was that? Is it the mobile game, or the action RPG? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. What's the one? Trying to think. Right. They had another one that was, but it was team based. Like, you had a team that was like that. Wasn't Marvel Heroes? What was it? I can't think of the name of it. Marvel United, was that it? They made 3 of them. I got the 3rd one on Switch, and I really wanted to play it. I just haven't had time or a chance to play it yet. That one might be good. Yeah, that one might be good to play. It's co-op too, so I always wanted to play that one, especially co-op, because I like those co-op action adventure games. Those are always fun to me. So this guy I've been painting to do a review of a specific paint set. And I couldn't figure out what to do. Like, I wanted to use most of the colors from the paint set, and I really couldn't figure out what to do with a couple of them. So for this Ultimate Alliance, that's what it was. You're right. You are correct, sir. This like silly like neon green, which is great for a lot of things. Like, I just couldn't figure out what to do with it, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna paint his base in neon green. It kind of worked out. Although it's taken, like, this is like the 4th layer. Because the green is not meant to be a coverage green, I don't think. I think it's meant to be a different kind of, like, highlight or not necessarily highlight, but I think it's meant to be, something different than what I'm using it for here. Because of its consistency and opacity, if you will. Translucency. It's just the same term, opposite direction. But yeah, these paints are pretty good. They're from Vallejo, which is a paint company. Pretty good. But yeah, Ultimate Alliance. I definitively kind of want to play through the first 2 again, and then start the 3rd one. But I might just start the 3rd one and play it. It's funny. We got it like early on, and just never had a chance to to play it. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to fix that. Hold on. Yeah, but if you like Marvel, I love Marvel, especially Marvel Comics, and I like the cinematic universe. Don't get me wrong, and I'm starting to like it more because they're really sticking to some of the they're making the cinematic universe similar to the comics, and I really like that, especially with Falcon and Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier. That show was much more comics like, and not to spoil anything, and I really appreciated it. It did a lot for being closer to comics canon, and truly had some moments that are just like make your hair stand on end, like amazing moments. I really enjoyed that. I appreciated that. All right. Oh, ankle deep. Oh, it's a if you ever get into the comics, ooh boy, that's it is a deep dive, if you will. I was once really big into collecting the comics, and unfortunately, you just kind of run out of space. So many comics, because what happens is you get, oh, I like this book. Well, then, in order to fully read the story of this book, unless it's a one-off or a one-shot, you have to get a different book, and then that book ties into another book, and before you know it, you got 10 books to follow the one book you wanted to follow. But that's true for any of the modern comic book stuff. So DC, Image, any of it, like any of the modern stuff is gonna have that aspect to it. So you just can't get away from it. You either decide, like, I'm gonna follow this one book and not worry about, the fear of missing, one or two pieces, or you just expand. All right. I'm gonna call him done. At least done enough for the review. Yeah. It's got a nice bright base. Can see him coming. Like I said, I didn't know what to do with that color, so I'm like, you know what? We'll just paint the base super bright green. Perfect. Now I can do the video review. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I tried to keep him kind of basic. I didn't want to go too nuts with it. A lot of the colors I kind of had to make up with some of the inks and whatnot, but mixing the several colors in the set, because the set was a very limited range of colors, so I think it worked out well for that. It was a neat little experiment. Alright, well, I think I'm going to call it for tonight. Thank you very much for joining in. I had fun, and I very much appreciate everyone who joined. So, hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you again. I'll definitely be streaming again next Monday, if at all possible. I'm gonna keep that date, the Monday at 10:30. I'm gonna try and start streaming on Thursday nights. We shall see. I may be able to do so this Thursday, but maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for joining. All right, have a good one.